Welcome to Chai After Dark, everyone. I'm Shabnam, and I'm here with my co-host Salim, as always, and the infamous Kalbi Huma Qureshi, Psychiatrist Extraordinaire. How's it going, Huma?
It's good. How are you guys? Thank you for having me, finally.
Can I make a correction?
What?
Go, make it.
Dr. Huma Qureshi?
Dr. Huma Qureshi, Psychiatrist Extraordinaire.
There you
That's a very Pakistani way of introducing me, yes.
go. Well, you watched Parwarish, right? You saw that JB.
Parwarish? Yes, I watched Parwarish, yeah.
I see. I'm already I'm giving you material.
Yeah. No, I do want to make a correction, like right
Sure.
off the bat. Shabnam, no one was mad at the way you guys pronounced it. What I took offense to was that you attributed his horrible mispronunciation to him being Punjabi. That has nothing to do with being Punjabi. That's just Sameem, all on his own.
It's just unique to Sameem. Okay, I don't know. All I know is that I have Punjabi people married into my family, and sometimes they stress different syllables. So I was like, maybe I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. You know?
Yeah, don't put it on us Punjabis.
Wait, say
We are
it
not
again.
insane.
You say it again, Huma.
Parwarish?
I don't know if that's correct.
It's better. It's more correct than Paradala. Like that's what I was like. What is he saying?
No, he said Parwarish.
Parwarish.
Hard A.
Yeah.
Very hard A.
Okay. Yeah.
So did you get pressured into becoming a doctor so you can get married? Do you have a story just like the drama?
Like Wali? No, like Maya.
No, like all of them, I
Yeah.
guess. Like,
Yeah, like Maya.
No, I did get pressured. Definitely, it was a very typical Pakistani story. Like, oh, the kid got an A in biology, so of course they should be a doctor. But it wasn't to get married. It was genuinely, my parents believed that a woman should have a career in which she can be independent. If something, God forbid, should happen to her husband or she doesn't get married, she can take care of herself. And very much with that immigrant mentality that the only three careers in which a person could take care of themselves was a doctor, an engineer, or a lawyer. So definitely the pressure was there for that, but not to get married. No. So
Nice. And you went to school in Pakistan,
I
right?
did go to school in Pakistan. Yeah, I went to King Edward in Lahore for 5 years. I didn't go like so what they showed in the drama was, which is how it is in Pakistan, that you go after 12th grade. And this might not be fully correct because it's been a minute since I've been in med school, but I believe like 11 and 12th are what they call FSC in Pakistan. And so, which is similar, I think, to the British system too, like A and O levels. And so they go into med school right after 12th grade. And then it's like the FSC exam, which kind of determines, how many points you get, which med school you will also go into if you qualify to get into a med school. So I think that's what they were. I'm going to let you take over with the summary and whatnot. And so I actually spent a year at Davis before I went. So I was slightly older than my classmates at KE.
Okay.
So I was correct. There's a possibility where a kid with a wedding ring around his neck as a 23-year-old can potentially walk up to you as a doctor because you can just do 5 years after 11th grade.
Yeah, but you still have to do your house job. Like after med school here, you have to do your residency, right? They call residency.
They call
their
it
house
what?
job.
House job.
Come on.
No,
Isn't that what
on.
Uncle Tom? That's what Uncle Tom did, right?
I think house job. Okay, so again, I don't want like, my Pakistani classmates to be like, "What are you talking about, Huma?" I believe house job might be the internship, though.
Whatever it is, it sounds inviting. It sounds like a White Lotus thing. You're right.
It sounds like
It's not a White Lotus thing.
it sounds like a Color Purple thing or something. I don't know.
No.
House job. Hey, Chai After Dark at chaiafterdark.com. Any other doctors out there? Can you corroborate this? Is it called house job?
No,
How did
it is
you
called
like your
job.
house job?
I did
Tell
house
us about
job.
your house job.
Shut up. I came back to the States and wasted some time and gave my USMLEs and then did my residency here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways.
And now you are a practicing psychiatrist.
Yes,
Where? Tell us
exactly.
where you're at now.
Don't tell exactly, dude. There's too many psychos that listen.
I'm like,
Well, she works
What
at
do
a
you think?
psychiatry office, so they'd be coming to the right place.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Share what you would like to share.
I did county mental health for about 10 years. both in the Bay Area and Southern California. And then I moved over to private practice. And right now I'm doing a concierge private practice in Orange County.
Damn,
And
sounds
I see
lovely.
mostly adults with some kids and actually a good handful of DCs.
Oh yeah. Would
Yeah,
Uncle
nice.
Jimmy be a good fit for your services, JB?
Yeah, I mean, he
Jahangir?
needs them, but I'm not sure. I might have a lot of countertransference towards him, so it would be better if he saw one of my colleagues. But yeah, he'd be a good
Who
fit.
would be the most accurate portrayal of a patient from the series that you could treat? Like, you think you got this?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I know.
That
I thought of
is.
this morning.
What was Suleiman's wife's name? I think you guys called her a
Bana
servant.
Bana?
Bana.
Yeah. Yeah.
called her a
Oh, that's
slave.
good.
Quick correction. We called her a slave.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt there.
No,
I was like,
Sky
I
After
thought
Dark.
it was slave, and I was like, oh, no, don't say that. All right, yeah.
So how would
I
you?
think Bana.
So what do you think? We don't need to psychoanalyze her, but like, what do you think?
Bana is someone I would enjoy working with because I think she
Yeah, me too.
needs self-empowerment.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
she is very
Okay.
pretty too. Yes,
Yeah, she is.
she is very pretty. So
So today we're covering episodes 10 through 12 of Parwarish, and we wanted Huma to join us so that she can talk to some of the psychology stuff, because this was, for lack of a better phrase, hot and heavy with the med school psychological issues of Pakistanis. So we're going to get into it, but I want you to jump in, Huma, with all your pearls of wisdom on those topics.
I will do that.
Should we make Homa mad first, and I can say these Urdu words out loud?
Yes, we have to do our ABCD loves
Right,
Urdu.
Okay, Homa,
segment.
get ready.
Yeah,
It's gonna
go
be
for it,
like
somebody.
nails on a chalkboard, and I apologize in advance.
We're diving into Urdu, words like such a shining bright, learning with the rhythm. What a sight!
But I don't think you're really sorry. But all right, go ahead.
No, I'm not sorry at all.
You're not sorry.
Here we go. Okay, so Dadi Jan gets mad, right? You guys saw
Yeah.
her getting mad at everything, bread maker, packaged spices. So we never knew why, right, Shabnam? Like, I was like, okay, packaged spices, big deal. My mom's been using Shan masala since like day one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. Huma, you see anything wrong with packaged spices?
We don't have that lady that they have like in Pakistan,
The servant?
is it Rani? Yeah,
Yeah.
that helps them, you know. Rani was the one doing the grinding, but I was teaching her how. But
my
this
God.
way we just get Shan to do it and it's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you have a servant in Pakistan, they are going to do the grunt work
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
cooking.
Last time I went to
Yeah.
Pakistan, they were ironing my underwear and my jeans. Legitimately, it was crazy, and I did not
yeah.
want them to.
Did
But-
they starch your underwear and jeans? Because sometimes they'll starch them
Yeah,
too.
they were like, yeah, they're like,
Yeah, like super stiff. Yeah.
yeah, it's like cardboard.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it's awesome.
So we find out why Dottie gets mad. It ends up being that when her true feelings come out when the bread maker shows up in the 12th episode, so she starts screaming, right, at JB, and the two words that she uses, she's like, Gazayat is nutrition and Zaika is taste. So she's like, there's no Gazayat, there's no Zaika.
Zaika?
What are you doing?
Like,
And it's very rare that this drama has two very Urdu words back to back that I don't know. And I had never heard of either of these words. So it's because
Me
of nutritional
either.
value that she's mad at packaged spices and bread makers and stuff like that. What do you guys think?
the first one, I honestly, I haven't
You haven't heard that
but
word?
Zyka, no, but Zyka is, yeah, that's fairly common.
I've
I know
heard
Zyka.
Zaika. I wouldn't have been able to come up with it on my own, but yeah, Gazayat, I haven't heard. What I do think of though is kind of the way Dadi Jan was going at it in these episodes. She was kind of reminding me of some very like MAGA people that are like, oh no, I can't do, I don't know what they don't do, anti-vaxxers, and like other people that are like, oh, if I touch this, I'm gonna die or something. She kind of reminded me of those like conservative Americans in that way, but she's old, so I give her a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
But she's well put
Maha
together,
people.
right? So her taking care of her Gazayat. Look, she looks great. Everybody should listen to Dadi Jan. No more
Mm.
I
packaged
think it was
spices.
a little
no
bit of an
bread
ego
makers.
issue too, though, for her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't all about the Zyka.
Gazayat.
The Gazayat.
Yeah.
The gazayat and the dude. I don't know if I can
Zyka.
keep these two words in my vocabulary. I would.
Oh, I'm gonna keep them, especially Zyka, because Zyka I've heard before. Gazayat might lose, but I'm gonna try.
Gazayat
I'll use
sounds
it
like
next time
some
I see you guys.
personality trait that I don't want to have.
All right, let's get into it. So I've clustered these, as I've done in previous episode, into character storylines, and so we'll talk about them sort of one by one, not necessarily exactly in order, but pretty much. So we start out with Amal comes to Wali's room and checks on his arm injury, and he apologizes basically for crying in her arms the night before because he cries in her arms, and she's like, what are you talking about? She's trying to be nice. Like, she's like, I already forgot it, basically. And he also then ends up helping her study with flashcards and getting her ready for her tests. And all the while I'm thinking, like, maybe they're going to get married. Like, this is the start of a great relationship, but who knows?
First of all, Huma, do you call it center when you would go to college in Lahore?
So, no, because I think they do have study centers that are not necessarily college related. Like, you can go and get your tuition, which is like tutoring.
Oh,
So, yeah. So I think that's what it was, where they were going to.
Oh, I thought they were straight going to college all the time.
It might have been their college. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. But did
Yeah.
I adopt a Pakistani accent when using certain English words while I lived in Pakistan? Yeah, I did.
I kind of feel like you still do that.
Yeah.
Samim, you already brought this up about the wedding ring, but I thought that was like crazy and hilarious too.
I saw that note in there, and you know what's funny? Sophie hasn't watched any of this. And a couple days ago when I started watching episode 10, Samir's singing in the shower, and she's like, what are you watching? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I'm watching some dude shower. And then Wali's always in bed. This literally 17 times they've had to wake him up in 12 episodes. Huma, isn't it because it's so hot in Pakistan, so you have like no energy and you're just always just...
He's also depressed, I think, because he wants to be in America and he's mad, and I don't know. That's what
I'm just going to say something, and I feel like it's kind of rude, but he looks like he smells all the time too.
Why? Okay, but why do you say that?
He's not showering. Samir is.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
It just seems like he
Yeah,
smells a little bit. Like his outfits, he's wearing too many clothes.
He's wearing too many
100-degree weather.
clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I noticed. I was like, why is he so...
He's wearing hoodies.
Wasn't he wearing like a jacket and
Yeah.
things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was...
And his hair's a little greasy too, so it plays into that.
See?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, he's a very
So
unattractive.
yeah, it's
Jaka
like more
Apne
we're
kya kaha? Attractive hai?
Unattractive package.
Unattractive.
Acha?
Acha.
oh,
Acha.
unattractive package. Okay.
Yeah.
Allah
Package.
maafkare.
Ye package kya hai? Welcome to Chapter
The
Guard.
total package. Oh my lord. All right. Continue,
Homa's been
Shona.
wanting... Hey, 130 episodes later, we finally let Homa on. Sorry,
Yeah.
I apologize. I've been teasing this for a long time, right?
Yeah. So they all come in, they wake him up. Basically, Dada, Amal, Anya, they all come in to wake Wali up because his TikTok that he did on his way to jail has gone viral. And now he's famous in Pakistan for doing this TikTok on the street. And they make fun of him for it. At least he got something out of getting arrested, right?
I know. He should have just gone viral. Like, parlayed into a career like Hawk Tua.
Yeah. Did he post that on purpose? Like, I couldn't tell because they were making fun of him too, right?
Yeah, so I know you watched these episodes, but I'm not sure if you watched the ones before. But basically, he asks these people to borrow their phone, and they say you need to help us with the TikTok in order to borrow it. So that's why he does the TikTok. And meanwhile, their friends are stealing his motorcycle. And then the cops come and they take all of them to jail, thinking that he's part of the crew that was
Oh, I
thieving.
see. Okay.
So
And that's
yeah.
why at the end of last episode, Shabnam, when she was describing the scene, they basically say, you're really hot. And the cops it'll hurt for a little bit, but it won't hurt forever. So they
Yeah.
literally say that word for word in episode 9.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, wait, we went from arranged marriage to, some
Prison
hardcore stuff
rape.
in the prison. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like I watched the Tamer episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
so Homa, but one thing to know about Wali without the D is that he's what we would make fun of. It's like these writers are making fun of me from when I was 17, when I went to Pakistan and I was in a bad mood all the time. Like and I probably smelled.
Yeah.
So that's what this character is.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think he's kind of a stereotype of what Pakistanis in Pakistan think Pakistanis in America are like. And I'm not sure how
Yeah.
much to characterize him as a Pakistani American, because my understanding is that he wasn't born and raised in the States.
He
were
doesn't
in
seem like
Pakistan.
it. Yeah.
Well, they definitely, they didn't cast someone who is from the States, but I'm not sure if he's supposed to be born and raised like us, or is he
Mhm.
someone who just came and lived in the States for a few years and then went back?
Yeah. That's what I assumed, because that's what it feels like, right? Like maybe they came for like, I don't know, 10 years even, right? And JB established a business and then he got scared that his kids were smoking weed or something, you know?
But it's
So,
very much, I feel like his characterization thus far is like how Pakistanis perceive us, like the stereotypes
Mhm.
and the preconceptions that they have about us, which we also have
Yeah.
about them too. So fair enough, I guess.
right. Yeah. So then it was actually after this where like Amal comes to his room and she tells him that she forgot that he cried in her breast last night, and then also helps her study with flashcards. I'm serious. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
There's
Yeah.
a certain sense of like too much, like you wander too much into his room. She's coming into his room more than Samir, and that's Samir's room.
Well, you know, her dada told her to be a good influence on him because apparently that's her responsibility. But I'm like, Dada, watch what you're doing because this could take a different turn.
Did you ever fall in love with your cousin while living in the same house? I'm just kidding. We can cut that out. Don't answer that.
We're not going to answer that. But no, no.
I know. I'm
Actually,
like, wait,
let's
why
leave
aren't you
this
going
in.
to answer that?
No.
Leave this in.
That
yeah.
should be an easy no. That
What
should
if
be
she
an
said
easy
yes?
no.
That is a vehement, adamant no.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
Whew.
So
Okay, let's-
JB and yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay,
Moving.
she did listen to the last episode where we suggested that JB and Suleiman can become brother-in-laws and brothers. So it could
Yeah,
happen.
They can.
No, for sure. I mean, I think
It's not out of the cultural norm, but
no. And if you watch a lot of these Pakistani dramas, like what's that really famous one from a million years ago?
not Kabhi Mein Kabhi Tum, right? You're not thinking about that.
No,
one?
from a million years ago with
Oh, okay.
Myra Khan and Fawad Khan.
I don't know.
Cousins are the safest and sometimes on occasion the only dating option that you have in Pakistan, or people perceive that they have. So for sure,
Gotta keep it in the family.
yeah.
Gonna get some
But yeah,
emails.
it's really, that's a very,
We're not making this
cousins
up,
are-
everyone. Like,
No,
it's not like
cousins
we're
are
going
your-
out of bounds. And we're not taking 1% of the population and making
no.
a whole blanket
It's really
statement
common
regarding
and
it.
you'll see it in the Pakistani dramas like all the time. It's always Khala ka beta or Puppo ka beta or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like they're your safest dating option. as
Not
gross
I.
as
What do you
Yeah.
mean by that? Like, it means that you won't get in trouble for hanging out with them, and then it ends up
Yeah.
being like romantic
Yeah, you
feelings,
think Amal
right?
can
Yeah.
like maybe Amal could, because it seems like maybe their family's a little bit more progressive. I really can't get a feel for that. At least more so than Maya's family is, but-
Yeah.
right? I don't see Amal kicking it with other guys from her school, right?
True.
The
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
she's so familiar and friendly with her cousin, and I don't know how much they kept in touch. But
Rubbing lotion balm onto his injury and hugging him.
Petting
you know?
his greasy hair.
Yeah.
yeah,
What?
right? But
Coconut oil.
like
Yeah.
yeah, but especially when you have multiple families living in a house, your cousins of the opposite gender are usually the only people of the opposite gender that it is socially permissive to talk to
Hmm.
without getting in trouble in more conservative families.
Yeah.
No, I know. I mean,
It's
I get it. I was out there. Who am I going to hang out with? The auntie's kids down the street? That was a woman? No, there was no way. It was always going to be my cousin.
Yeah. It's just
It was always going to be you.
all right. So
No, go ahead,
Um,
Shabnam. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say it's exhausting to think about because it's it's very restrictive. It's very claustrophobic. And I thankfully didn't have like that experience growing up. Not that I was like encouraged to have a lot of guy friends or something, but I wasn't like, no, you can't talk to any boy, you know. It's just exhausting to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So JB and Manur decide to work together to talk Wali into giving Pakistan a chance and actually trying on his college medical school entrance exam. So Mahnur finally tells Wali that he needs to get his shit together and come up with a plan for his career. He can't just wallow and get annoyed and not do anything. So this I thought was interesting. I could kind of relate to him because I'm a wallower. I like to wallow for a while. Like I can't just accept something. I really need to wallow for a bit. So like, Huma, is that acceptable from a psychological perspective?
Yeah, we call it processing.
Oh, okay.
Wallow,
I like that word
process.
better.
Yeah,
I like that word
yeah.
better. Yeah.
Decompressing, right?
Well, I think I like it's more processing because
Processing.
I would just go over and over something and think about it. And then finally I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable with it, but I can't just accept something. And I feel like that's what he's doing. He can't accept that he's in Pakistan. He still feels like he hasn't moved on from the fact that he's not able to go to Berkeley College of Music and be in America.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I mean-
he's literally having a rebound with Maya, and he just broke up with Rebecca Kiley.
Yeah. He has a quote unquote white girlfriend in America, but sometimes they call her Rebecca and sometimes they call her Kylie. And so I'm like, which is it?
And 100% of the time, she has a Pakistani accent of someone doing an American accent.
So really her name is Fatima.
Yeah.
Find somebody. I mean, there's a lot of Pakistani Americans in Pakistan. Especially
We've already talked about
Karachi.
this. We don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the parents decide Wali should go to the market and pick a goat to butcher, right? This is the parents' plan. And he has no idea what he's in for. And Amal warns him and she's like, you should take a bag. And he's like, why? I'm just going to the market. And she's like totally excited to see him squirm. And I'm like so into this. And then I don't think I actually put the note in here of when they actually go to the farm, but he picks the goat and then he runs and he barfs, right?
He touches it because for the sadka to be valid, I guess he has to touch it, right?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like he runs off. He's such a wuss, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I
That's the
feel like
second-
that's a stereotype about American Pakistanis also. Like no one's ever been to a farm. No one's ever slaughtered anything. No one's ever hunted anything. And maybe it's not as common here, but I do think people go for Eid to the butcher.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
For sure they do. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Maya cleans her room, listening to Wali's music and getting all googly eyed. And then she chats with her sister about how she hasn't heard from Walid with the D, her fiance. And she's wondering if he's going to call off the engagement. And I'm like, that's way wishful thinking. Like he's not calling off the engagement. So then Maya's sister goes downstairs. She overhears her parents discussing how they want to do her nikah soon. And her dad is excited about an expensive jewelry set the family will get if the nikah happens. And this pisses off Maya's mom, who's holding the ladder for him that he's standing on, cleaning the fan. And she walks away and she leaves him there. And I'm like, this is awesome. He's like
Finally.
freaking out, standing at the top of the ladder.
Dude, what is this dude's problem?
I don't know. I know that in these traditional family households, obviously the men have a really high pressure for supporting the family financially, but he's being super transactional to the point where it's like objectifying the women in his family. What do you think,
Yeah.
Huma?
No, I agree. I don't know what his socioeconomic, they're definitely not as well off as Wali's family, right? For sure.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
know,
there's like another scene, Homa, where JB and his brother Suleiman get into a car accident with this dude.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
he
I
tries
listened
to
to your
like,
guys'
get money from them. He tries to get like 100,000 rupees or something, and they give him like 10,000 rupees and tell him to F off. So
Yeah.
yeah, this comes up a few times.
You know, it's like there's a part of me that here I'll give you guys a word, chaval, which I don't know how to explain that.
That
but
sounds
it's
like chaval. That sounds like chaval
Mm.
rice, but I think you don't mean that.
I know it means like it might be a Punjabi word, it might not be Urdu. Just someone who like shows off a little bit, someone who's a little cheap, just their
Like a-
mannerisms.
Like a chua.
Well,
That's a
I mean,
mouse.
a chua could be, yeah, a chua could
Could be
be
a
jumping,
chua.
I guess. Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be a chua.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that wants to make fun of Maya's dad and is very put off by his behavior. But I remember once when I was in Pakistan, like thinking about the power dynamics, and we're forgetting that, all of us come from middle class backgrounds, right? Maybe not the elite upper class, but comfortable at the very least, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember where I lived, my aunt had servants, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
there was like a male servant. He was like 17, 18 years old. And when he would interact with the other members of the family, like they would yell at him. I mean, it would be emasculating. And I would say that they're still being very respectful for the most part, but because he was younger, they were emasculating him, right? And it was just very strict and dictatorial. And he would be very, eyes downcast, kind of taking it very subservient, sycophantic even.
Mm-hmm.
And then his cousin also worked in our home, right? And she was a lot younger. And so I saw him being so subservient to like one of my cousins, right? And I think this was one of my female cousins too. And, I'm just watching this like interact, and then, whatever, my cousin leaves, and then he turns around and, her name was Chino. She was lovely. I loved her so much. And the way he talked to Chino, you would be so surprised. Like, this is the same guy who was kind of kissing ass to my cousin right now, like just being totally docile. And now he's, exerting his, we call it robe. And I'm going to throw a lot of Urdu words at you guys, right? Over Chino, right? And it was just kind of like you saw the power dynamics. Like, someone is, I don't want to say oppression because that's a very strong word, but has power over one person. And then they exert power over what they perceive as weaker. And I feel that this is kind of what's going on with Maya's dad, right? So there is that tendency to want to make fun of him and laugh at him. But if you take a few steps back and just kind of observe the power dynamics, right? He paying the fees and putting food on the table, that all might be very difficult for him. And the way they portrayed him in his banyan, standing up, trying to fix the fan, that is something in, I would say, middle class and upper middle class families that a servant would be doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And
they don't have a servant, right? Yeah.
No, they don't. I know this is kind of like taking a more serious maybe look at it.
Yeah, I know.
But there is that part of me that's, you almost feel bad for him, but you don't, because you're like, you're playing the same dynamics with who you do feel like you have power over, which is your daughter and your wife.
Yeah, I can see that. And maybe if they were in a society where they didn't have to have these very traditional gender dynamics, it almost feels like the mom might work more. Like, wasn't the mom wanting to go to school? I think she wanted to be a doctor or something. They said at one point in the earlier episodes, Sameem, I think Maya and her mom talked about that. Yeah. So I almost feel like maybe he's just this guy that's not like super, super driven and ambitious. And that's okay if you're in a society that's regular and hey, like your wife can also help, but in this society, his wife can't help. So she's upset sitting there, not being able to work when she wanted to work. And he's upset, feeling insecure for the fact that he can't provide the same way. And it sucks, Yeah. So Maya's sister Michelle talks to her mom about the nikah that's supposed to happen. And her mom says nonchalantly, hey, maybe this is meant to be and it's better for her. And Michelle is kind of like, WTF? And her mom says, Waleed is wealthy and educated and he'll support her. And Michelle says he's a mama's boy, which is hilarious. And then her mom says, Maya has to learn to deal with that. And after all, Waleed will pay her med school fees. And that's all that matters. And this is kind of heartbreaking to see because it just going along with what we were saying. Like, I don't think her mom would want this whole life and these like gender roles the way they are, but she feels like this is maybe the best that Maya can get, which sucks because it's not what she wants for Maya or what Maya wants.
Yeah, Huma, what is the gender ratio of working doctors, do you think, in Pakistan, in a major city like Lahore, Karachi or something? Is it super male dominated, like in your experience when you went to school there?
No, it's not. It's not.
So why
actually
can't
super
they
male.
have Maya become a doctor? And like, I guess I'm struggling to see why they can't. I understand the mindset, like everything you just said. And I understand like he never came from a financial success background. So he has his meal ticket, but why can't the meal ticket be the daughter actually becoming a doctor?
Because it's their part of their izzat that she needs to get married.
Well, okay, so yes and yes. One, doctors don't make that much money in Pakistan, right? Like,
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, I
if
know
they
that.
have their private practice,
Mhm.
then maybe yes, but there's a lot of doctors in Pakistan, and I mean, if they don't have other businesses or a flourishing private practice, they're not necessarily like minting it. Like I would say compared to in the upper elite class, some of like the business people in Pakistan and whatnot. No, they're not. It's not a guaranteed meal ticket.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, a woman in Pakistan, it's not just also being able to earn money, it's also safety and security. Like women in Pakistan don't live on their own, right? So
Yeah.
how do you transition from your parents to adulthood without
Yeah.
you need someone's, assistance
To
like,
go to another home.
to go
Yeah.
to another home. So here's
Yeah.
this good-looking, wealthy guy who's willing to pay for her education. And there's also a security thing going on there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And this is going to come up later on. We can talk about that then too. But also, if she becomes a mom and she doesn't want to work as much, right? You
Yeah.
don't have to be dependent on her income because
Right.
you have his, right? So there's also
Right.
there's multiple layers here.
Yeah.
I think I figured out this
So-
whole drama. Sorry. After listening to Huma, come on, we know what's going to happen. Wali without the D becomes a doctor. Maya becomes a doctor. He's already a U.S. citizen. I don't know if he is, but let's say he is. And they move back to America, and Pakistani American dream achieved.
Drama.
level achieved.
Hmm.
Samin, you need to put in right here like Mario like finishing a level
Oh, okay.
or
Yeah.
something.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know
So-
something that's going to happen later on in the drama. So
No, don't ruin it. We haven't, Shabnam
I'm
and
not
I have
gonna
not
ruin
watched
it,
it.
yeah.
or-
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see
Okay.
what happens with
Damn,
your
dude. I
prediction.
wonder what's going to happen.
So meanwhile at school, Wally and Maya's friendship grows. He tells her about his motorcycle and jail shenanigans, and then he gives her a friendship bracelet, and then tells her that she has beautiful eyes.
Woo!
This is
Calm down,
all in
Romeo.
one I know.
Calm down, Turbo.
I know. I'm like, damn, this is like
So,
some
Huma,
hardcore flirting.
as somebody that went to Pakistan in their 20s at the center, did Romeo walk up to you?
Did any guy give you a friendship bracelet and
Yeah.
tell you have beautiful eyes?
How many Romeos were there? How many Turbos?
So there was, first of all, remember Pakistani guys are raised on a diet of Bollywood movies where it's been put in their head that if they sing you a song while you're walking by them, you will ultimately fall in love with them and you're going to go do your song and dance and whatnot. So I didn't have a bracelet, but I did have flowers. And there was this one guy in my first year of med school. I don't know if you want to hear the story.
Do it.
Do
but-
it.
Like, so we were in the anatomy hall and we had these like cadavers that you're dissecting on, right? And I've never
Romantic.
told you guys, I know, so romantic, right? That's the smell of formaldehyde. It's like, it's up there, okay? And these are like not nice cadavers. These are bachare, the bodies they found on
Yeah.
the street, putrefied, they don't even look human. And so we're dissecting, I'm watching my friend dissect whatever, an eyeball or something. And when you feel someone's eyes on you,
Yeah. So
Like,
you were dissecting an eyeball and you felt someone's eyes on you. Okay, proceed.
I was watching the dissection of an eyeball and I felt
Okay,
someone's
okay.
eyes on me. And I look up and there's this like skinny guy. And I emphasize the skinny because he was like 10 times skinnier than me. Right. And he was very pale with these googly eyes and he's staring at me, like staring at
Oh
me.
my
Right.
God, that's weird.
So, right. So I'm kind of like, what's going on? Right. So, I'm a little naive and I'm like, no, he's not staring at you. Just, whatever. Right. So I move over to another dissecting table and he follows me and he's staring at me again. Then I move over again and I tell my friend and I was like, Khadija, is this guy like staring at me? Is he following me? And she's like, yeah, like, let me see, Joe, like, go to another table and we'll see. So she observes, and yes, he was following me, right? And then after that, what ensued was like this guy would wait for me after school, try to approach me. My friends had to act like my bodyguard for a while.
This is not Romeo. This is like some kind of gremlin.
Oh, but he thought he was Romeo. He genuine, like every time I was like, can you please not talk to me? The heartbreak in his eyes. It was like I was killing a puppy, right? And I mean, and imagine this guy is like skinny and pale, right? And he's fragile looking.
क्या है इसका नाम? हम देख सकते हैं LinkedIn पर.
मैंने मैं नहीं बताऊंगी इसका नाम. And then, but what he did do, he didn't give me a bracelet, but he slipped a stationery set into my book bag when I wasn't looking. So I went home and I pulled out the stationery set. I was like, what the hell is this? And he ended up like following me to my khala's house, and my cousins had to come out. Yeah, it was bad.
That's
Bad.
weird.
So I've had things like that.
How long? Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to be like, how long before you caved?
And now she's married to him, and his name is Sami. No, I'm just
Dude, Sami's accent has become very American.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Oh my god, dude, I can't imagine Pakistani men having any sort of game. Come on, yes, songs, and Wali has the googly-eyed guitar stuff that Maya's listening to, but we talked about it last time. If that's all you have, Bollywood movies don't teach you how to become a man and be in a relationship. They literally teach you to pursue and then become like just you wait for your wife to take care of you the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see what is attractive about Wali whatsoever. Like, what is Maya falling for?
They're supposed to be 17 though, right? So,
but also she's just falling for the fact that it's somebody that's her friend and her friend alone. The whole world is not pressuring her to become impregnated by him. I feel like that's what's making him attractive.
No, he's attractive by conventional norms within Pakistan as well, because all the comments are, oh my god, Maya's so pretty, Wali is so handsome. Those are the comments nonstop, millions of views, millions of comments. That's conventional beauty standards, those two.
Interesting.
Huma's face.
So
he's not that ugly. Like, it's not, you're acting like he's some kind of ogre.
I don't want to comment on someone's physical appearance. Like, that's not
okay. Well, let's not comment on the appearance. He looks like he smells. We comment on the smell. There.
That's let's go with
the way they've styled him.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
So it turns out Waleed, her fiance, who she forgot about after the friendship bracelet, he shows up at her school to bring her flowers. He's kind of a stalker too. But then Amal finds her to tell her about it. 'Cause she's like, dude, your fiance's here. Because she's like, meanwhile, googly eyeing at Wali without a D. And they talk, and Amal tells her there's so many women that have had to be in her position, and they've had to like sacrifice their love life and their career goals for men. And so she's trying to like cheer her up, and it doesn't work or whatever. But then it's weird because then they cut back to Maya at home, and Maya and her mom like are arguing about the nikah. She tells her mom she can't take the pressure of being engaged and going to med school. And her mom tells her, hey, then why not just quit med school? And she is so pissed. But her mom tells her, if you break up your engagement, your dad won't pay for school either, and you won't get to do anything. So you might as well just live a shitty life. And they both feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Man, I feel pretty bad in this situation. Like, I don't know. There's no jokes here, right? We already talked about it. And the dad is too pressureful, I think, but given his background, I completely understand it. But then the mom, what are aunties supposed to do when the uncles are a little bit too aggressive in what they want their kids to do, and the auntie doesn't agree, right? We've seen that many times too.
Yeah. And I feel like the auntie's already defeated because she's
been with him for many years, like 2 decades plus by the time the kids are grown.
But also she's had to give up all her dreams and wants in her life because of this societal system they have. And now she feels like she can't really control things for her daughter either. So she's just feeling like, well, maybe if I just make her feel like this is what she has to do and make her feel good about it, like maybe that's the route she needs to take. I don't know.
Yeah. And kudos to this drama, honestly, for showcasing what is the reality for a lot of Pakistani middle-aged women.
Yeah.
It is very sad.
Yeah, it is. So the next day, the kids have to go to school to center for their med school exams. So they take the exam. The next day, Maya finds out that she passed and she's like overjoyed and she's so excited with her family. But then 2 seconds later, her dad's like, fantastic. Now we can plan your nikah. And like, she's completely deflated. It's,
Man.
it sucks. It sucks.
Oh, see, this
So
is, I
sad.
think this is where it gets me. It's like, I understand that this dynamic exists in Pakistan, but it's just too on the nose. Like, there's not breathing room between, you can't give her a day to enjoy the med school acceptance.
I think what bothers me about the dad is he feels a little ruthless, right? Like, it's fine if you think this is the best path for your daughter and this is what you need to do for your daughter, but he's so ruthless about not even like allowing her space to have joy in this. I think he's willfully ignoring the fact that she's not happy and he knows. And so why is he like constantly rubbing salt on the wound? It feels very cruel.
And Homa, let me say something outrageous before you jump in. Because this is when I usually do it.
All right.
Go.
Okay. So the meal ticket, that's obvious, right? Shabnam, and you even said in the last episode, one bitch is gone.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing up old shit. It's on the internet. Everyone knows. And it was a joke. We're not calling Maya a bitch. But if the only thing she's good for is the meal ticket, there's no separation between her getting her med school acceptance and her getting married, it means he only sees her as an asset. And if the asset doesn't materialize and she can't ever get married, what's next? Is he going to human traffic her?
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Homa.
No,
please
he'd
respond.
probably treat her like a Masi, I feel like, right? Like what happens to spinsters in
happens to
Pakistan?
spinsters in Pakistan?
They become a
Exactly.
Masi.
They're treated as bird. No, they don't become mussies.
I thought they did.
No,
He's acting like
they
there's
are-
no other option, Homa. I think
No,
that's
they're treated like burdens. When he had 2 daughters, I'm not saying he doesn't love them. I'm sure he does. And also, guys, remember, you can have empathy and understanding for a character and still say he sucks because he does suck.
Yeah.
Right. Like I get it
Yeah.
why he's like that, but
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Like you're not cool.
Yeah.
But when his 2 daughters, no sons, were born, he probably perceives them as burdens that he has to take care of. And if this burden can be turned into an asset, which in his mind works out for her too, why not? Right.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out and she ends up living at home forever, she will be treated even more so like a second-class citizen.
Yeah.
Like there's another drama that the Pupo is living with the dad's family with her brother, and the way they treat her is just like, she's a non-entity, which is what I think would happen in this case.
there needs to
She
be a
wouldn't turn into a
pipeline.
Masi.
Wait, what's a
Servant. I'm going to push back. I don't think I'm entirely wrong because I feel like when someone feels like a burden, the response is to make yourself useful. And then you end up like, okay, I'll take on this work. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. So that you feel like, okay, I'm less of a burden. Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess I took it as like the literal word for the, like how you would really literally conceive of a Masi as a servant, which is like a different socioeconomic class of people.
no, they
right?
get to sleep inside. That's the difference.
They get to eat at the table, at the real
They
table.
get to eat at the table and eat
They
the
can eat
same
the food that they cooked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's there's some people where their servants do not get to eat the same food. They
Yeah,
get the meat.
that's-
they
I know.
The servants
They-
get the
yeah.
dal. It's really
They get dog.
messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lentils. Word of the
So
day.
then Maya goes to lunch with Waleed and he says he didn't want to get married, but he's really sure that she's the one now because she's so amazing and she has his beautiful eyes. So he will wait for her if she's not ready. This was weird because I almost think she would have liked him if her family wasn't oppressing her into getting married to him because he's kind of being nice. He's a weird one because he can be nice, but then there's some shadiness going on there. And I'm sure, don't tell us if you know something, Huma, but I do feel like she could have fallen in love with him if they gave her a chance.
Yeah. If they weren't shoving him down her throat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is
Well,
Waleed
that's
with a
what-
D. Welcome to Time to Dark. That was nicely done.
Very nicely done.
So Maya's mom gives her a new outfit for her med school entrance, and she is happy in her.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wrote she's happy in her marriage because she's not. Oh, wait, Maya's mom is happy in her marriage?
I think so. The mom gives her a gift, right? I just watched it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was pretty surprised because they went straight from the scene that you just described where she's upset and then she's like happy and she doesn't even pull the outfit out. So I remember in 2004 when I first got married, I wasn't going to get married. And then my mother-in-law gave me a jacket and I was happy for like 11 years after that.
All right.
That's
That's all it
dear.
took.
That's all it took.
That's all it's taking Maya.
Ladies,
Yeah.
he is easy.
Mm.
I
Oh,
honestly,
man.
no, I totally know what you're talking about, Celine, because I thought, because yeah, she was so mad at her mom for not having her back, and then her
Yeah.
mom gives her this outfit. I honestly thought she was gonna open it up and it was gonna be a lab coat, kind of, women wear in med school.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
And so I was waiting for the lab coat, like, oh, Maya,
not that
knows
kind of
her mom
drama.
really believes in her. No, that was too deep. So
Yeah.
Her mom was like, now you can look really pretty for your husband. Yeah.
Here's for your wedding night.
Ew.
Yeah.
So I was gonna make another Waleed with the D joke, but I was like,
Too many.
it's
We
too
got
close,
too
too
many.
close to the last one. Yeah. So at the big family, joint family home, everybody waits for Amal to access her and Wali's results online. And turns out, to everyone's surprise
Dun,
and
dun,
Amal's
dun.
dismay, Waleed gets into medical school, even though he barely tried on the exam and was hoping he'd fail. So Wali is pissed that he passed, but his dad is completely over the moon. Yeah. So Dada buys Wali a guitar strings and tells him he should play when everyone's out of the house except for Dada. And then turns out Dada knows how to tune a guitar. So Wali and Dada, they have this heartfelt conversation with each other about how they both love music, but Dada never wanted to become a musician because Dada's dad died when he was young and he had to make money for his family. So Dada got married and had kids, and the rest was kind of history. He's always had a love for music on the side, but he never saw it as a career path because nobody did in his generation. And he says that he has no regrets though, and he tells Wali to explore medicine and see if he might like it also since he has this chance, and that he doesn't need to quit playing the guitar. And then Dada says, in life your opportunities evolve, and with that your goals and destinations.
Oh my God.
I kind of liked this conversation.
Yeah.
Like it was
Me
cute.
too.
Yeah.
Really? It's a little too cookie cutter. I felt like it's a little bit too 180 from the other dads. It's a little too like I'm the perfect Dada.
That's because he's the Dada. He's not the dad. So he doesn't feel the pressure anymore. He's kind of looking back at life as this old
Then
person.
why do you raise such a bitch, JB? Jimmy the bitch.
Yeah, I don't.
Jimmy bitch.
Yeah, seriously, because
He did raise Suleiman, and Suleiman treats his wife pretty well. We talk about that Bundi Shundi.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a 50-50 kind of dude. Maybe it was the mom. Oh,
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, clearly
Shabnam, and
Dadi's
Huma-
annoying.
Dadi yelled at him, right? She like literally tells him to shut up during this whole drama scene, right?
Yeah, she tells him to shut up. She tells him, don't try to eat anything you like.
I think Dada Bu had to compensate for Dadi.
Yeah. Takes two
And
to
we
tango.
don't are you guys saying JB as in like
Jahangir.
Vietnamese or JB?
No, JB, like boy. Because
Oh, sorry.
that's what
Yeah.
because JB, so apparently Jahangir, when he was in America, they called him JB or Jimmy. And so sometimes in the drama, they call him JB. Sometimes Dada calls him Jimmy. And then sometimes he's called Jahangir. So we've just been calling him JB.
I mean, we don't know if JB, did he turn into an ass like when he went to the States?
That's not super clear.
Yeah, that's not super clear. I don't know. I feel like once an asshole was an ass.
He is an
you know?
ass.
That's
Yeah.
and he's the older son too, right? So
Yeah.
he gets that accolade, I guess. But one thing I did want to say about this scene though is to point out the privilege of being able to pursue a career that is not guaranteed an income.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's very pertinent to, I think, our parents, our immigrant mentality
Yeah.
is that when we come here, or even in Pakistan, where there's only a few career paths that you're guaranteed an income, that is privilege to be able to be like, you know what, I want to be able to become a singer or I want to do art.
Yeah.
Because you're not so worried about putting food on the table, right? Like
Yeah.
survival.
Right.
So I did like that aspect of this conversation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So JB tasks Amal with teaching Wali how to drive. And Wali, like, they get in the car.
Cousin's gonna get in the car. Uh-oh.
Yeah. They're driving around Karachi. He's freaking out and she's laughing at him the whole time. I really like this. Again, it really plays into stereotypes of like American Pakistanis versus. But this one I kind of agree with. I'm like, I would freak out too.
Oh God, yeah. Pakistani
Yeah, I
traffic
can't
is
believe he even tried to drive.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
This played
Wali-
into stereotypes, but was true.
Yeah, exactly. Wali, Amal, and Maya then have lunch together on their first day of med school. Later, Maya tells Wali that he is taking his admission to med school for granted, and another student attempted suicide because he didn't get in, and she kind of like lays it on thick.
What is this? I didn't understand. Who committed suicide?
So they saw some people that were upset and at
Yeah.
another table, and she was like, there was a student who wanted to get in, didn't get in, and committed suicide. And so she was basically telling Wali, you're taking this way too much for granted. This is a lot of people's dream come true.
This guy's a lot of pressure on him.
But he is being a bitch, you know?
Yeah, he
I don't
is. He's being
Yeah.
a total bitch. Like,
know. Yeah.
I mean, I think, and this might be true if you're coming to Pakistan without an idea of how hard these kids in Pakistan study. I mean,
Yeah.
they study hard, and these are very smart kids. I'm not going to say that someone's going to commit suicide over not being able to get in, but if you've put that much time and effort to secure a place in med school and some rich kid from America comes and gets it and doesn't even have an appreciation, that is really messed
Yeah.
up. And
No,
Wali
this
is
is real.
acting
Yeah.
like a total bitch. I mean, getting into
Yeah.
med school in America is such a huge deal. So why does he not even, I mean, I get it, he's 17 and he's stupid, but that's the same thing in Pakistan. Getting into med school in Pakistan is equally a huge deal as it is in the States.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's med
I
school
also-
at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I think it's more of a statement on the society itself, right? Like we see Maya and her situation. We don't know what that person's situation was. Maybe they were from a family that didn't have money. Maybe they
Yeah.
were trying to get married to somebody. Maybe if they don't get into med school, they won't be able to marry the love of their life. They're going to have to marry their cousin they hate. There's a lot of these scenarios that could happen, and that can create a lot of like mental health burden and trauma on that person, right?
Yeah.
So in Wali's first class, Wali passes out during the lesson on how to draw blood.
Such a bitch.
Yeah. Like day one, it's just like so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh my God. Did he never give blood as a kid? Like he never got his labs done? What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to watch them put the needle in. I wouldn't faint, but I just don't like the feeling. So when I get my blood taken, like I just look the other
I just
way.
look away,
when they're,
yeah.
like doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just look away.
Yeah.
Bitch is gonna bitch,
So-
man. Come on. This is a very good characteristic to put in because
Yeah,
his
exactly.
overall demeanor is little bitch.
Yeah. So basically, Maya and Amal kind of take Wali and try to wake him up, get him something to drink. As a result of that, Maya misses her bus home. And so Wali says, hey, how about we drop you home? So she's like, okay. So they drop her a home, and then he gets her number and calls her later, and they start flirting on the phone all night.
Damn.
He starts telling her, he says, I'm going to cook a lunch for you and bring it to school tomorrow. What kind of school date is this? This is like pretty hot and heavy.
I mean, this guy's been with white women.
And he probably only knows how to make this one pasta that he's making
Yeah.
for her. He made that for Rebecca/Kylie before.
Yeah.
So he does.
So
and
are you
then-
single?
What kind of lie was that?
That's what he asks her.
No, I know. It was horrible.
Yeah.
That's how
And
he
then,
got.
and then
that's
she
how he
beats
got
her on the
Rebecca.
bush.
Yeah, because she's not. She's like, she knows what she's doing.
She's two-time in.
Yeah, she's-
We decided this. She's
Yeah.
two-time in, and he's
Yeah.
two-time in. He's dating Amal and Maya at the same time
He's
in the
not
same
dating
car,
his cousin.
and they're having lunch together. Dude, what if there's a whole
So then-
twist in episode 36 and he marries both of them?
Oh,
First wife always treats the second wife like a sister.
oh my God. That's not even true. And yeah. Okay. So the next morning he picks her up for school for the next day also, but dun dun dun, her mom sees them and her mom's like, oh my God, what's going on? And we're gonna have to see in the next episodes what happens there. And like you said, he asks her, she's single and she's a two-timing and he's two-timing. And well, it wouldn't be a drama if it wasn't two-timing. Right?
Imagine taking your kids away from America. You take them into Pakistan and they're still fucking two-timing. Sorry, Huma.
Right.
Are they still effing two-timing?
So, okay, then Huma, at home, Amal overhears JB talking to the health minister, who's his friend. And apparently, JB paid him to fix a spot in med school for Wali. So JB totally Lori Lawland, however you say her name, the Pakistani med school
Lori
situation.
Lawland?
Yeah.
You silent that GH?
He Lori Laughlin that.
Laughlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laughlin, yeah.
Oh my God.
He Aunt Becky'd it. He Aunt Becky'd it. Yeah,
He Aunt Becky'd it.
He Aunt Becky'd it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty devastating. I mean, I understand if Amal saw that, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, because so Amal
terrible.
goes to med school too, right?
Yeah.
Because she's
like
actually
great,
smart.
and she's like top of the class and everything. She's supposed to be like the top.
Is she a year ahead of them then?
I think so.
But then they
She's a cougar. She's a cougar.
Hey, look, I'm Team Amal now. Maya's
Me
kind of
too.
annoying.
Yeah.
But JB's such a bitch, man. He's such a bitch.
He's a total bitch. He's a terrible father.
Taking the easy way out.
Okay, so we got to finish on a funny
Here
light
we go,
note.
yeah.
So we have in this episode, throughout these 3 episodes, the tale of the roti maker. Okay, it's continued from the last 3 episodes. So Mahnur gets one for Pana as a gift because she's like, F Dadi, she's dumb. We need to use a roti maker and make your life easier, Pana. So then Suleiman tells Pana she shouldn't stress and she should just be cool with it. And he starts flirting with her again. He always tries to distract her with
Every
sex,
third
okay?
episode, he starts like trying to F.
Yeah, every time she has a problem with Dadi, Suleiman gives her
Yeah,
the
it's
D.
weird. It's like, I don't know. Is this Huma the psychiatrist? Sorry. Is there something there? If you fight with your mother-in-law, it makes you like, I'm sorry, it makes you hornier?
Like, do husbands distract?
I
with
did
sex?
not. I perceived that as a husband trying to be supportive. So
No, this is Chai After Dark. We take it another way.
I missed
We see
the
a pattern.
scene. So.
Yeah, this is a pattern. He's horny all the time. And they only have 2 kids.
But only when she complains about his mother. Then he's like really horny. He's into that.
Or maybe he's trying to, like he feels bad because that's his mom and he knows that she's giving his wife a hard time. So,
So he wants to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it and I was like, oh my God.
There it comes. But come on, he does get mad at her because she wants to take a ride in the big new car.
Yeah, he doesn't want her to, he wants her
jealous.
to, yeah, he got jealous. He's
Just
like,
like a real man.
I
Real
do
men get
everything for
jealous.
you. I do everything for you. I even
Give
lay
it
it
to
down
you.
for you. Yeah. And now,
Well, there's that competitiveness with his older brother for sure.
yeah.
That's how I perceived the whole
Well, it's 2-2
interaction.
on the children, so neither of them are winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, of course, in Parwarish fashion, we have a family meeting about the roti maker.
About a roti maker.
Yeah. And then Mahnur stands up for Pana to Dadi and is like, Dadi, look,
Dun, dun, dun.
we need to make her life easier. And then Pana's like, actually, it's okay. I didn't think that we should bring this. And I was like, oh, burn. This is some drama.
Bana's not going to take Manhur's side ever against Dadi Jan. There's no way.
No. She's
Yeah.
too
So,
scared.
Manhur is trying to bring her American attitude to Karachi. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, all the things of like you should have rights and make life easier
Yeah.
for you. Like,
What's
what
she
are you
thinking?
talking
What
about?
the fuck is she thinking?
Yeah.
Like, make your own roti. There's no such thing as roti makers exist, by the way, because I'm totally gonna buy
Yes.
one.
Yeah, and
And
they're
they're-
not cheap. They're
In
expensive.
Pakistan-
They're pretty
Someone should've told-
expensive.
someone should have told Dadima that, hey, this is $1,000 machine, and maybe she might
Yeah.
have been like, okay, yeah, like
Yeah, but
How much-
JB
how
keeps
much-
spending money, right? He bought the car. He bought an
Oh, yeah.
iPhone that cost 3 lakh.
Yeah.
So they spend money.
I feel like JB's in debt secretly.
I feel like JB's a gangster. Or maybe he's
what
the one
does
that
he
got
do for a
it.
living? It's not.
None of this has ever come up.
He-
He says IT
he's-
and
Yeah, IT uncle.
it's shady, right? Anytime an
Yeah.
uncle tells you I'm in IT, that doesn't make any sense. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very.
Yeah, because
very
there's.
weird.
I thought that they were better off initially, but then he makes a comment about like his desire to have Wali in med school seems so status driven and maybe even financially driven, which Maya, I understood. Like,
Yeah.
Jahangir, I didn't quite get that. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe he's not as well off as he likes to play at.
They really, really want Wali to become like a typical South Asian boy. No emotional regulation, but you can still be a doctor.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
the end of the
Anyways,
day.
thank you, Huma, for joining us. Any last words? We'll have you on in another 130 episodes if that's cool.
Okay.
See you
No,
next
It
year.
was fun. Thank you for having me.
Your Instagram presence and what you do.
Well, I don't have much of an Instagram presence as of yet, but I did recently join the board of Jiva Mental Health, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing an array of mental health services to the South Asian population of Southern California. And that it's not just limited to free and subsidized therapy. We put on wellness events, like both men's and women's groups. They are the first South Asian AA group. They were a major force
Wow.
behind that. They partner with Postpartum International and provide postpartum training for the partners, like the male partners, in order to understand and help their wives who are going through postpartum depression. We've partnered with UCLA to provide mentorship and guidance to UCLA students. So they do remarkably good work. The organization is 3 years old, and they are going to be having their annual gala on November 8th. And you can go to Jiva Mental Health. They have an Instagram, they have a website. You should check it out. They legitimately do very good work.
Yeah. And we'll put the
Awesome.
link in the bio as well, and in the show notes and the description. And please donate as well, right? Homa, there's
Yeah.
a donation link
Yeah.
on the website as well.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you guys.
Cool.
Yeah. And you can find us at Chai After Dark on Instagram and TikTok and all podcast platforms, and give us a 5-star review everywhere and write us a little note on Apple. We struggle with our South Asian mental health too, so help us out.
Yeah,
we gotta
actually, you know
go.
what? On this episode, give us 6 stars. because
6 stars. Therapy time.
Yeah.
We all have therapy time.
Yeah.
Bye.
And maybe they'll have me back like in 20 episodes, not 100. So, bye, guys.
Bye. See you soon.
Dun, dun,